For the better part of 2 decades, we've known one name, one silhouette that defines just how high humans can build. But all of that, it's about to change. We're going to dive into the story of a colossal shift happening on the world's skyline, and it is a big one.
Yeah, since 2010, the Burj Khalifa over in Dubai has been the undisputed champion. It stood completely unchallenged as the tallest building on Earth. It's been the king, a true symbol of an entire era of architectural ambition.
And its successor? Well, it's literally rising from the sands of Saudi Arabia as we speak. This thing is so ambitious, it's not just trying to beat a record. Nope, it's aiming to create a whole new class of skyscraper. So, let's do it. Let's put these two giants side by side. How does the challenger, the Jeddah Tower, really stack up against the reigning champ? And, as you're about to see, the numbers are, well, they're pretty staggering. Okay, this chart right here really puts it all into perspective. The Burj Khalifa at 828 meters. I mean, that's already a giant. But the Jeddah Tower isn't just a little bit taller, it's in a whole different league. It's crossing the 1 kilometer mark into the sky. That 172-meter difference, that's like stacking a 50-story building right on top of the current tallest building in the world. This is a statement. It's about setting a completely new standard for what we thought was even possible. Now, when you look at these numbers, a couple of things really jump out. So, the Jeddah Tower has a few more floors, sure, but the most surprising thing? Look at the cost. How can a taller, more advanced skyscraper actually be cheaper to build? Well, the answer is pretty cool, and it's all about huge leaps in construction tech that we're going to get into. And here's where it gets wild. This is the big paradox, right? The Jeddah Tower is more than twice as heavy as the Burj Khalifa, yet it costs less. How? It's all thanks to these incredible breakthroughs in material science. The engineers are using new kinds of concrete, super strong but also lightweight, and things like carbon fiber polymers. It means they can build higher and stronger with less stuff, which is a total game changer for keeping that budget under control. So let's move past the what and get into the really amazing part, the how. We're talking about the incredible engineering that makes a kilometer-high building even stand up. Building this tall, you run into problems that have literally never been solved on this scale before. For starters, just try to imagine winds blasting the top of your building at 200 kilometers per hour. Early computer models showed this could make the top of the tower sway by up to 2 meters. So the big question is, how do you stop a kilometer-high skyscraper from basically turning into a giant pendulum? The solution is this absolutely brilliant system called tuned mass dampers. You can think of them as these massive, heavy counterweights inside the building that literally absorb the vibrations from the wind. It's an ingenious system, and it's projected to cut down those vibrations by a whopping 40%. That's what keeps the whole thing stable even when the weather goes crazy. Now let's just circle back to that weight for a second, because it's insane. 1.2 million tons. That's like stacking up over 200,000 full-grown elephants. Just try to picture that. And that brings us to the next massive challenge. The ground in Jeddah, it isn't solid rock. It's sand. So how in the world do you build a stable foundation for the heaviest building in history on what is essentially a beach? Well, the solution is, if you don't have bedrock, you make your own. The engineers are driving 60,000 reinforced concrete piles deep into the ground. Some of them go down 50 meters until they hit a much more stable layer of earth. These piles act like the roots of a gigantic tree, just gripping the ground and spreading out that immense weight. It creates a foundation so strong, it could actually support double the tower's weight. Incredible! But look, a project this huge is never just about the engineering, right? It's about a vision. It's about the future. So what is the massive economic reason behind the Jeddah Tower, and why build it right now? First up, property values. The tower is expected to kick off a citywide boom and could boost property values across Jeddah by as much as 30%. Then there's tourism. It's designed to be a global magnet, pulling in an estimated $1.5 billion in direct revenue every single year. And of course, jobs. On top of all the construction roles, this project is a catalyst. We're talking 15,000 indirect jobs in hospitality, logistics, retail, you name it. And this really sums it all up. As Saudi Arabia's Minister of Economy said, this isn't just a building. It's a key piece of their national strategy, Vision 2030. It's a strategic move to build an economy that isn't just about oil.
and it's a huge sign to the world that the kingdom is wide open for business.
Now, a massive vision like this also creates a ton of opportunity. So for those of you with an eye on investment, this is where it gets really interesting. The Jeddah Tower isn't just a landmark, it's the heart of a whole new economic ecosystem.
This chart here breaks down some of the key areas. Just look at hospitality. It's expected to be a huge driver of returns, with a potential ROI of 20%. Real estate around the tower is obviously a massive opportunity too. And it's not just about when it's finished, the construction itself has created this booming supply chain with really attractive margins.
And to bring in that investment, Saudi Arabia has created some pretty clear pathways. We're talking investment-based residency programs, chances for joint ventures with local partners, and even using new tech like blockchain to make real estate deals more transparent. They're pulling out all the stops.
So, after all this, you kind of have to ask the big question, right? Is this tower just about grabbing the title of world's tallest? Is it just a massive vanity project?
Well, the data really suggests a clear answer. No, not at all. This thing is a physical symbol of that whole Vision 2030 national strategy. It's a blueprint for what a diverse, modern economy can look like, and yeah, it's a clear attempt to create a new global center of gravity for business, for tourism, and for innovation.
You know, for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and maybe for the future of mega structures everywhere, this project points to a totally new reality. The sky isn't the limit anymore. It's the foundation for whatever comes next.